So hey, what's up pretty people, this is your boy Hyperrider 400. Welcome to a new day and a new vlog. I hope all of you are doing just fine in your life, and without any further ado, let's get started. Before diving into this video, do not forget to click that subscribe button and press the bell icon because it helps the channel. So now that you've done that, let's begin. Before diving inside the video, I actually gotta do some serious stuff. I need to clean my tablet. There's some virus in here.
Music.
Okay, so in this video we are going to speak about the R6. Which is the sibling of the mighty R1. And yeah, so basically why the R6 is not legal in India. Okay, so the first point is the R6 really banned in India? Well, my thing on this is no, the R6 is not really banned or illegal in India. It's just because of the government norms, it just gets difficult, to import it to India first of all. And importing it to India is a cause, pain, sort of. There are a very few motorcycles which, come in the 600cc superbike segment, or we can even call them super sport. In India, there are very few of them, like hold the Daytona 675 and the ZX6R, which recently came to India. And when it comes to the pricing of the 600s, like it's a few dollars away from the thousands. And when it's a thing like wherein we prefer thousands over 600s, because we know that at a certain point we have to get bored with the power that we get with the 600, so we usually prefer the thousands. The fifth point is regarding the rules in India for 600. We can't import the 600s directly from outside. That is there. If you cannot import a 600cc directly from outside, so for that you have one option which is called a CBU. Okay, for your knowledge, CBU is something wherein your bike is shipped from the other country to India, and you have to pay a lot of tax for that. And the other option for getting the 6R in India is a CKD. Now what is a CKD? For CKD, now if suppose Yamaha wants to build Yamaha wants to get the bike in India through CKD, for that they will have to have a particular a special plant where the R6 is assembled, and basically they have to do the homologation. Now you'll ask me about the Daytona 675. How is it in India if we can't export it through CKD? Through CBU. So Triumph, when it came to India, they made an investment in the CKD, meaning they set up a plant for Daytona 675, and Daytonas were assembled here in India. Whereas Yamaha does not plan on doing that, or there's something like that wherein Yamaha is stepping back from applying the CKD method. It is not that the R6 is something special or it is more powerful than a R1 or maybe thousands. But then see, the only reason why we are not able to get the R6 in India is because of the government import duty. Then the next point which comes in over here is the increase in price. Now 600s cost almost the same as 1,000. So I've cleared my point earlier as to why this is affecting the markets of 600s, because as they improve the engines, as they build up more RPMs of a 600cc bike, obviously the prices are going up as the bike is becoming much more powerful. So people tend to go for the 1000s over the 600s. And when it comes to the CBU, if you plan on importing that bike through CBU, which is the shipping thing, that bike will cost you a whooping 110% of a tax, which is, I guess, a lot. And yeah, so it's not convenient to get a 600 at the price of 1,000. So better get 1,000. So not a few brands like Kawasaki had the courage and they invested in a CKD unit in India, which is why the 6R was possible. And Kawasaki also imports parts from Thailand. We have the free trade agreement with Thailand, wherein we can get the bikes or the parts not cost free you can get the parts easily and by paying a very minimum tax. Yamaha imports it from Japan, so yeah, there is a problem in importing the R6, but you can always go to the dealership and order your R1. Wherein in Goa there is Pratik Motors who deals with the Yamaha R1. You can just order and you'll get it within 6 months. So Yamaha does not want to invest in the assembly line of the motorcycle, which is the R6, because people will, if they put an assembly line, the R6 will cost as much as the R1, or it will cost like almost close to where the R1's cost is right now. R6 outside is priced at $12,600 and the 6R is priced at around $11,300. So it's the R6 is a bit pricey, and if it comes here, it can get more pricey. Yamaha can't get the R6 to India as long as they don't have the assembly line done. And yeah, as I said before, you can always get the R1, and from the dealership you can just contact order and then it will come in the box. You can unbox it. Yeah, I've also heard rumors that Yamaha is planning to set up an assembly line, and R6, the next generation of R6, will be soon coming to India. I don't know the exact date, so I can't tell, but I've heard that it will be soon there. So it's exactly 3 a.m. in the morning and I'm still editing. Well, I just remembered this, that I had to give a shout out to Mr. AR69 Vlogs for giving the right answer, because I had a quiz on my Instagram, which is HyperRiderYT. You can go follow it, and he answered the question on what will be my next video. So he runs a YouTube channel which is AR69 Vlogs. You make sure you go down and follow him. I'll leave his link down there in the description, and yep, I'll leave his Instagram handle somewhere here. So yep, that's it. Peace. So thank you for making me a part of your day. This is Hyper Rider signing off, and before signing off, do not forget to uninstall that TikTok from your phone. Yeah, and do not forget to like this video, comment down below your thoughts, share, and do not leave without subscribing. Man, give me a gift, dude. Like, your subscribe will be a gift down there. So yep, now that you've done that, a big thank you. Till then, bye bye, ciao.
Wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly.